Have you ever felt physically tired, but still unable to fall asleep? Or maybe you fall asleep for a short time, only to suddenly wake up in the middle of the night and struggle to sleep again. This is something many elderly people experience. And what makes it even more exhausting is that it's not just the body that feels tired. The mind becomes tired too, because nighttime, which should be a time for rest, slowly becomes the longest part of the day. Many people assume elderly people struggle to sleep simply because of age. But the truth is, the reasons go much deeper than that. And often, it's not only the body that keeps someone awake. It's also the mind. As people grow older, sleep patterns naturally change. The body no longer produces sleep hormones the way it used to. The biological clock also begins to shift. As a result, elderly people may feel sleepy earlier in the evening, but they also wake up more easily during the night. And once they wake up, falling asleep again becomes much harder. But that is only one part of the problem. There are other factors that are much bigger and often overlooked. One of the biggest is a mind that never truly feels calm. At night, when everything becomes quiet and there are fewer distractions, the mind becomes active. Thoughts begin to appear. Thoughts about the past, about family, about health, about life itself. And the more someone thinks about these things, the harder it becomes for the body to relax. Because the body may be still, but the mind keeps working. Many elderly people also begin experiencing more anxiety. Anxiety about health, anxiety about the future, anxiety about loneliness, even anxiety about small things they never used to worry about before. And those worries often become strongest at night. When the world becomes quieter, the mind becomes louder. This is why many elderly people feel that nighttime is emotionally heavier than daytime. Besides emotional factors, there are also physical reasons. As the body ages, it becomes more sensitive to discomfort, joint pain, back pain, frequent urination, or simply feeling uncomfortable lying in one position for too long. Small discomforts like these can interrupt sleep over and over again. And when sleep is constantly interrupted, the quality of rest becomes poor. As a result, the body feels tired all day long. But strangely, when nighttime comes, sleep still feels difficult. Many elderly people also have habits that unknowingly make sleep worse. For example, sleeping too long during the day. Because they feel tired more easily, they may take long naps, and when that happens, the body no longer feels naturally sleepy at night. Some elderly people also spend too much time indoors without enough physical movement, but the human body needs activity. The less the body moves, the harder it becomes to feel naturally tired, and that makes nighttime sleep less restful. Another factor that is often overlooked is loneliness. Many elderly people spend their days in silence. Fewer conversations, fewer activities, less interaction. And when someone lives in too much silence for too long, the mind becomes overactive. At night, overthinking begins. Thinking about life, thinking about loss, thinking about things that can no longer be changed. And all of that makes it difficult for the heart to truly feel at peace. Because good sleep is not only about a tired body, it is also about a peaceful mind. Many elderly people do not truly need sleeping pills. What they often need is emotional calmness. The human body cannot fully rest when the mind continues carrying emotional weight. And the more someone keeps everything inside, the harder it becomes for the mind to rest. Some elderly people also struggle to sleep because life has changed too much. The house used to feel full. Now it feels quiet. They used to stay busy working. Now the days feel long. They used to have routines and constant activity. Now time feels slower. These changes may seem small, but emotionally, they have a huge impact. Because human beings are deeply connected to routine, and when those routines disappear, both the mind and body need time to adapt. This is why some elderly people wake up in the middle of the night and suddenly feel empty inside. They are not always physically tired. Sometimes, they have simply been emotionally alone for too long, and the quieter the night becomes, the stronger those feelings appear. So what can help? The first thing is creating emotional calmness before sleep. Avoid carrying too many heavy thoughts into the night. Don't keep every worry trapped inside, because a peaceful mind helps the body enter rest more naturally. The second thing is maintaining balanced physical activity. The body still needs movement. Simple walking, light daily activities, even getting morning sunlight. Small habits like these help the body rebuild a healthier sleep rhythm. Another important thing is reducing loneliness, because many sleep problems are deeply connected to emotional emptiness. Sometimes what someone truly needs is not medication, but conversation, not sleeping pills, but the feeling that someone still cares. And this is something many people fail to realize. The quality of sleep is deeply connected to emotional well-being. The calmer the heart feels, the easier the body can rest. The heavier the emotional burden becomes, the harder it is to sleep peacefully. And maybe this is the real reason many elderly people struggle to sleep at night. Not only because of age, but because the body changes, life changes, and the mind changes too. And all of those things are connected, because human beings are not only physical, we are emotional too. And when emotions never truly feel calm, the nights begin to feel much longer.